Hi guys, welcome to another lesson. Slightly different way of doing things tonight because we're doing it on the for the first time on this this amazing Jabeki kit, which is looks, feels just like an acoustic set, but it's a fully electronic set. I'm running mine off a TD9 Roland TD9 module. Just absolutely superb. It's changed the way that I play. It's changed the way that I teach. And it's just, it's just incredible, absolutely incredible. So pleased to have it in the studio. It's such a tool to use. So anyway, let's crack on. The reason, so what we're going to do is, last week I asked if anybody had anything in particular that they wanted covering. And a few of you mentioned the sort of, the myth, so to speak, of the gospel chops thing. Now, some of you will have seen the gospel chops, some of you won't. Basically, it's a load of flash kind of fills, okay? Really kind of flash fills, and it really does look quite impressive, to be honest, yeah? But there's a big myth behind it. It's not actually as difficult as you think, yeah? Okay? So I'm going to run through some exercises that I've got. Again, these will be in the archive. I've got last week's to put in, and then this week's in. I'll get them in by the end of this week, so you can go back and watch them over and over again. If you're new tonight, then, right-hand side of the video screen is where your questions come in. You can send them through. They come straight through to me here, and we'll answer them throughout. So that's all good. It's fully interactive, so you can ask any question that you want, whether it's about the gear or whether it's about anything to do with the plane. There's a load of lessons in the archive already, and there's now guys online here from all over the world. I'm not sure who we've got on tonight. If you're brand new, let me know where you're from, and then we'll take it from there. So let's crack on, guys. Let's crack on and dispel this myth of the gospel chops, so to speak. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully everybody can hear me all right. We've got a slightly different setup tonight with it doing it on here, so everything's coming through a slightly different way. But I think everything should be cool. Yeah. All right. So let's crack on. Basically, the hand and foot thing is really simple. Yeah. Really, really simple. In that it is basically a hand and foot combination, which these guys pull off really fast. They've got some really fast feet. You're talking about people like Aaron Spears and Teddy Campbell and the kind of, Gerald Haywood, the sort of R&B hip-hop drummers, and Tony Royster Jr. These are the guys that we're kind of talking about, really, who play this kind of stuff all the time. Okay? So, and really, it's quite straightforward in the way that we do it. Yeah? We'll do it in simple terms. Yeah? Now, you can grab yourself a piece of paper really quickly, and you can write these out. Or you can look up again, look in the archives later, and you'll still be able to see them there. All right. So it's really straightforward. What we're going to do start off with, we're going to start off with a bar of eighth notes, yeah, or a bar of quavers. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, yeah. Really, really simple. And what we're going to do is we're going to play it between our hands and our feet. So it's going to go right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Okay. So that's all it is to start with. So let's have a go. Let me show you what that sounds like. Okay, really, really simple. Yeah, one more time. Okay, really, really simple. Okay, then the next pattern is right, left, right foot, right, left, right foot. Again, we're still in eighth notes, we're still in quavers. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, and again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Yeah. Now, bear with me on this, because these are going to be what makes up these really kind of nice fills. Yeah. Okay. The next step is to move it into a different subdivision and move it into triplets. Okay. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And again, we're going to play right, left foot, right, left foot, right, left foot, right, left foot. Okay, like this. Simple, really straightforward. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, and then we're going to reverse that, and we're going to play foot, right, left foot, right, left foot, right, left foot, right, left. Okay, so the first set of triplets is right, left foot, right, left foot, right, left foot, right, left foot, and then we've got reversed foot, right, left foot, right, left foot, right, left foot, right, left. Okay? Again, we're going to move on another subdivision, and we're going to do 16th notes, so semiquavers. Right, left, right foot, right, left, right foot, right, left, right foot, right, left, right foot. Okay, like this. One more time. And then we're going to reverse that. Foot, right, left, right. Foot, right, left, right, foot, right, left, right, foot, right, left, right, foot, right, left, right. Okay, nice and straightforward. And then the last one is moving it into 16th note triplets or sextuplets. And it's right, left foot, right, left foot, right, left foot, right, left foot, etc. And again. Okay, anybody who's not gone through the sextuplet thing or the 16th note triplets, basically, you're playing 2 triplets per beat. As opposed to a triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet, 3 triplet and triplet, 4 triplet and triplet. Okay, there's only so long you can go on that, counting it that way, because you can't actually speak fast enough. Okay. So let's do the 8th note one first, and what we're going to do, we're going to develop this, and I'm going to show you some really cool things what you can do with it. Okay, we're just going to play a bar of groove, and then we're going to play the 8th note, the first 8th note exercise, and then we're going to play a bar of groove, and we're going to play the second 8th note exercise. Okay, so really slowly to start with, and I'll play that for you. Again, going back to the things that we've talked about before, we need to make sure that we've got a nice flow, that the sticks are doing the work, that the drums are doing the work, so you're not gripping the sticks really tightly. Yeah? Again, go back to the old archive lessons from the last few weeks. We've done the last month on sort of hand technique and grips and things. Yeah, that will set you in good stead to get this working. Okay, so let's do the same now with the triplet ones. Yeah, 1 bar first triplet exercise, 1 bar second triplet exercise. Okay. The first one being right, left foot, right, left foot, right, left foot, right, left foot. Second one being foot, right, left foot, right, left foot, right, left foot, right, left. Okay, so that's going to sound like this. This is more tricky, this, because you've got to get the timing from playing straight 8th notes into triplets. Okay, so really pay attention to that. If you struggle with it, put a click on, make sure you can line it up. Okay, and we're going to continue all the way down. We're going to continue all the way down with into the 16th notes. Right, left, right foot, right, foot, etc. And then reverse it. Foot, right, left, right. Okay, I'll show you what that sounds like. Again, we're just doing it nice and slowly to start with. Okay, and then the same thing into the sextuplets. Again, you just got to watch your timing on this and make sure that everything's okay. Here we go. there's the basic exercise. Let's see if we've got any questions. Okay, there's the basic exercise to start with, yeah, in terms of getting everything flowing, right? So it's eighth notes first, couple of combinations, into triplets, couple of combinations, into 16th notes, couple of different combinations, and then into sextuplets or 16th note triplets, one combination at the end to get that to flow, okay? So that's the idea behind it, yeah? So now what we need to do is think about taking these patterns and starting to just move them a little bit. Start to be a little bit creative with them, yeah? Let's start and think about moving them, being a little bit that, you know, on that creative side, okay? So what I mean by that is if we just start to take the first one, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, yeah? Let's just get it going on the snare, and then let's start to just randomly move the hands around the kit. There's no set way to do that, yeah? I'm not bothered if it's not musical. I don't really want you to think about where you're putting it. I want you to think about the pattern, which is right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, okay? So that's going to sound like this. Okay, so relatively straightforward, and then the same with all the exercises. So let's take the next 8th form one. Right, left, right foot, right, left, right foot. Yeah, so you can see that they're starting to flow, yeah, and we're starting to get some kind of nice, really sounding fills out of those, yeah. And then if we move that onto the 16th note, we'll just do the first one, right, left, right foot in 16th notes. So it's really straightforward, yeah. There's no race, yeah. There's absolutely no race with this. It's not a rush. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. You're in it for the long haul, yeah. So what you've got to do is just take it slowly. Maybe try it with a click. Put a click on and just see if you can get that flow to work, yeah. I don't really want you thinking about where you're putting it for now. Just really to think about what the pattern is that you're actually playing, okay. So that's, you know, that's a really, really important part of it, guys, if you think about it that way, yeah, okay? So let's see if we've got any questions. Everybody's obviously really, really happy at the minute because there's no questions as yet, and there's obviously no new people on tonight because nobody's letting me know. If you let me know, then I can say hello to you, okay? So, let's move on, yeah? Hopefully you've got it, you've got the simple patterns, then you've started to put a little bit of groove in between them, keeping them on the snare drum, yeah? You've then started to just move the patterns around a little bit, yeah? So then what we'll do is we'll add the groove back in with the moving pattern. So I'll give you a couple of examples. I'll do one of the 8th note ones first. Okay, now let's try one of the 16th note ones. Right, left, right foot, right, left, right foot. Okay, and then over time, obviously, what you'll do is, yeah, you will start to, you know, increase that speed and start to get that flow working again by thinking about your technique. It's really important you think about that technique. Okay, really important that you think about the technique. Okay, I really hope that this is the first lesson, as I said, with the Jabeki drums. I really hope that they're sounding as good to you as they are to me in my ears, because they just sound absolutely incredible. I could sit here for hours playing these. They're just so impressive. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, let's take one of the patterns. So let's take the first one because that's relatively simple. Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Yeah. Now this is one of the only times that I will probably say to you, let's start to work on increasing the speed. Yeah. Normally we would do it with a click, and then we would stop the click, speed it up, start the click again. Okay. I want you to start relatively slowly and then start moving it around. The reason I'm asking you to do that is on a one-off is that I don't want you to lose the flow. Okay, I don't want you to lose the flow. Once you get going, it's almost like an aeroplane going on a runway. It needs to pick up that speed to be able to take off. Okay, this is an example of that. I don't want you to, if you keep stopping it, the aeroplane's never going to fly. Okay, so I really want you to think about that. All right, let's just have a quick look. I think we've got a question here. Great stuff, Caitlin and Ian. I think this is a recommendation from Mark. So. Firstly, hello, Caitlin and Ian. Hope you're enjoying it, and you keep playing. Whatever you do, keep playing, keep practicing. I've met Mark a few times. Mark's a really great guy, it was actually one of the suggestions for the lesson today. So you've got a great teacher there in Mark. So just keep going, and keep pushing yourself. Yeah, there's nothing better than keeping going and keeping going and keeping going. I've been playing now for. It's kind of 28 years now this year. I started when I was 9 years old, and it's 3.5 years since I turned professional. Although I worked a full-time job and played all over the place all the time and taught. And then I just had enough one day and just decided to quit and set up the teaching studio that I have now. And I'm teaching, playing, doing clinics, doing masterclasses, working with some fantastic companies, and it's all great. And there's nothing better than doing, what really is a hobby. And somebody paying you for it. So great stuff. It's good to have you on. Just keep going. Okay, great stuff. Brilliant. Let's try that then. Let's start with the right hand. Right hand. I just lost completely where I was then. Yeah. Right hand foot, left hand foot. And let's try and see if we can start to speed that up a little bit. Yeah? Okay. The other thing with this exercise is it's very good for getting you out of trouble. Okay. We've all been there. We've all done a gig. We've all done a session where we get into something and we can't get out of it, and we've no idea how to get back out. Okay. The important thing is that you can work on getting out of trouble. Yeah. So this is gonna, it almost becomes, when you play this pattern over and over again repeatedly, it almost becomes like saying a word over and over again. So if you said, you can try it later when we finish. If you said kangaroo over and over and over and over again, kangaroo, 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 it starts to make no sense, and you start to actually say it wrong. It's not that you don't know what it is. It's just that your brain's gone, I don't know what this makes no sense. This pattern ends up like that. It may well go wrong, and the idea is that you can still get out of it. So you're practicing two things. One, you sort of getting this hand and foot combinations working, and two, you're practicing getting yourself out of trouble, which is always the most important thing. Don't forget that when you play a fill, the most important part of the fill is the next count one coming out of the fill. Okay, that's the most important part. You could play the best fill in the world ever, miss count one, and you may well as not have bothered playing the fill. Okay? So just remember that when you're taking things on board, when you're studying and when you're practicing, the most important part of it is count one. Okay? So let's try the first one, see if we can speed it up. You'll notice there when it starts to feel as though it's kind of getting out of control, finish it with that crash. Make sure you can land that next downbeat. That's the most important part. So again, then what we'll do is we'll try and put that in. We'll try and put that in with a groove. the more observant ones amongst you and the more advanced players will notice that I started off playing it in eighth notes, speeded it up, and it kind of turned. It's just a pattern, and then I ended up playing it there in 16th notes. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. Okay, that's going to happen. Yeah. Likewise, if you play the triplet one fast enough, it will turn into the speed of a sextuplet, so you can play it. So if I start with a triplet one, right, left foot, speed that up. Okay, so now I can play that with a groove, play the triplet, I can play that same hand and foot pattern, but now 2 triplets to a beat, 1 triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet, 3 triplet and triplet, 4 triplet and triplet, playing in sextuplets. Okay, nice and simple, yeah, and it's just taken time, yeah. All it's done is taken time to build it to where it is now. Okay, so that's the basis of the whole exercise, yeah. Okay, now you probably sort of sat thinking, that's not really showing me how these guys are playing these these crazy fills all over the place, the Aaron Spears and all these other guys, yeah. How are they playing these crazy fills, yeah? The idea now is that we take a simple pattern. Okay, the next step for you, once you've got your hand and your foot, or your hands and your foot working together by doing this exercise, yeah, is to try now and just play some singles and start randomly. That's the important part. Randomly replacing a hand with a foot. Okay, so let me show you that slowly. I'll just do it on the snare for now. Let's take the 16th note pattern, or so just single strokes, kind of like 16th notes. And then, next step, start moving it round a little bit and try and get that flow. Okay, so again, when you feel it starting to go and starting to make no sense, let's try and finish it without crash. Okay, and then the idea is that we put it with a groove. Again, you're always thinking about that count one. You might notice there, again, some of the advanced players might notice I ended up playing a paradiddle there because I ended up on the wrong hand. So I ended up playing, yeah, right, left at the end. I played a paradiddle down here, yeah, finished on a double left, so I could land that crash. Okay, so again, a little bit quicker. Okay, so again, Take your time. It's not a massive race. Yeah, there's nothing in it there to say, you know, please play at a million miles an hour. Yeah, okay. If you learn something slowly, it will become cleaner, which means then that it will become better when you speed it up. Yeah, if you force yourself to play something really, really fast, then it's going to be forced all the time, and it's never ever going to sound nice. It's going to sound really forced and really horrible. Pay attention to what your hands are doing with the technique, look at how you're playing it. Yeah. Again, look at the what and how lesson, and you'll see all about that. Yeah. So look at how your hands are playing it, and again, when you look at how your feet are playing it. Yeah. When you get up to speed, you need to be releasing that bass drum, not burying it. Not burying it in. Yeah. Okay. Because you're going to stop it, and it needs to be in constant motion all the time. Yeah. Much like the hand does when you're playing. Much like the hand does, it needs to be in constant motion all the time. Okay? So the next step, this is moving on now, making it a little bit more advanced. If you can take that single sticking pattern and replace a hand with a foot, yeah, then what you can do is you can take one of those 16th notes that you're playing with the foot and you can turn it into two 30-second notes. Okay, let me say that again to you. If you can do this, you're playing 1 and 4 and yeah. So you replace it. You're playing a 16th note on your foot. If you can do that, then you can replace that 1 16th note with two 30-second notes, which gives you the same length, so we can still keep it in the same time frame. Okay. So let me play it for you both ways, with one 16th note and then with two 30-second notes. Okay. That's quite straightforward. And again, you might need to look at your foot technique. Okay. But again, you know, something that your tutor can sort out for you. And you know, it's all starting to fall into place now. You probably hear now that starts to sound a little bit more like the kind of fills that we're talking about. Okay. So let's take that exact same pattern, yeah, and let's speed that up a little bit by replacing a 16th note hand, two 30-second note feet. There we go. Okay. Okay, two notes. Okay, two notes. Okay. So we're going to talk through this, guys. I'm going to show you a little example of it with a little track, and then we're pretty much done. So if you've got any questions, you know, right, let's get them all in. Let's get them in. Okay. Hope you're enjoying things. Yeah. All I ask of you really all the time is just spread the word. Just spread the word. Hop on the Facebook page, which is a link to on the website, and keep up to date with everything that's going on. You know, and we're trying to spread this, you know, spread the word of real good education. And as I say, it's completely and utterly free. Yeah. So we just need to keep spreading the word. All right. So let me show you this example. Now we're getting into the realms of these gospel chops that we keep talking about, yeah? That the guys mentioned, you know, how can we get up to that point, yeah? Okay, so imagine that here's your groove and here's your fill. And then a little bit quicker. For a prolonged period of time. Okay. That's basically, guys, the sum of how to create these kind of hand and foot combination fills, these almost linear fills that you see with these guys playing all the time. It's a mixture of hand and foot combinations that you can pull together. Okay? It's as simple as that, really. I know it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time to work on. Yeah, this didn't, it didn't come to me overnight. I was at that same point as you are, no matter where you are. Yeah, if you're a pro, yeah, I was at that point too. Yeah, I was there. Okay, and I started to study again, and things really started to fly. Yeah, I teach. Probably 50% of the people that I teach now are pro drummers. Okay, 50% of them are pro drummers, and especially a lot of them all around the country, which I teach on Skype over the internet. There's all those guys there, and we're doing similar kind of things. Yeah, because if nobody's ever shown you and done these things, then you've no idea. Yeah, but don't forget, no matter if you were a beginner, I was there. Okay, so looking at me doing this and ripping around the kit, yeah, great. Just means that you've got to practice a little bit more. Yeah, it's not a I need to put my sticks away now and stop playing forever. Yeah, use it as motivation and inspiration to move yourself forward. Okay, you too can play this. You can play anything that you want to play on the drum set, as long as you practice enough and you've got some dedication to it. Okay, so let me try and put some of this stuff into play now with the track. Then we'll have a final check on any questions, and then we'll leave it for now. I'm looking for suggestions for next week's lesson. Again, I'm happy to set the schedule as I did last month, but I got quite a lot of messages through Facebook and through emails asking for things. Yeah. So this was the first one. I've got a couple more, but if anybody wants to see anything, just drop the message through at the end. The video, even though the video's off at the end, the messages still come through. So if you've got something that you desperately want to see next week, let me know, and I will fit it into the schedule. Not a problem at all. All right, let me play this track for you guys, and then you can see this stuff in action, and then we'll, you can go away and you can start working on it. Okay, the lesson will be in the archive probably by the end of the week, so you better watch it back again. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. One final last check of any questions. Drum roll. Oh, we got a question. Yes, a question from Mark, who I gave a glowing report to earlier on. Hello, Mark. I'd like to introduce the hi-hat and cymbals into any of these patterns. Is there any of those favourite patterns that you've got? The track's called 2 by Michael Shack for free on Bandcamp. Yes, it is. It is by Michael Shack. It's a Square Electric song. And yes. Mark, in answer to your question, yes. It's relatively straightforward, mate. All you've got to do is, as you're moving round, incorporate the cymbals and the hi-hat into it. Yeah, it's the same thing. No matter whether you're playing it on a drum, adding the hi-hat in, absolutely fine. So, in answer to your question, Mark, you can put it in wherever you want, mate. Absolutely wherever you want. Yeah, it will just go. Just move the hands. Don't think about the pattern too much. Don't think about where the hands are going. Just think about the pattern. Yeah. Do I have any favourites that I instinctively come back to? No, really, because I'm trying not to think about it too much. Sorry, that's another question from Mark. Yeah. No is the answer. I often use. In a groove, I often use this. Which again, speeded up, sounds really, really nice. Broken down. Okay, that's what it is broken down. Okay, so hopefully that's answered that question. Okay, let's just have one more. We've got another one. Paul, don't know where you are, Paul, but thanks for your question, mate. All right, okay. How did I develop that foot? Okay, I'm going to do this really quickly because we're running out of time. Yeah, basically, what I did was. I sat for hours and hours and hours and hours doing this. That's it. With a click. And I gradually, over time, I plotted out every day what speed I got it to, and then I started to gradually speed it up. Until I got it to a point where, I'm quite comfortable with it, I'm quite happy with the speed of it, yeah? And now it just sits. Yeah? I've had a few comments about, he's using a double pedal, yeah? I'm not. There's my leg, okay? There is my left leg, okay? I'm going to put it over here somewhere, so hopefully you can still see my knee, yeah? Which is now no longer near the hi-hat at all, yeah? It's completely free. I'm going to put my hand on top of it so you can see it. Yeah, and do the same thing. Yeah, it's a single pedal, guys. Okay, it's just, again, it's control and it's speed and it's just taking the time to learn how to do it slowly so that the speed comes at the end. Okay, so I think we're done, guys. I think we're done. Thank you for all your questions. Thanks to all the new viewers. Again, drop me a message, drop me a text if what you want to see next week. Hop on the Facebook page. There's all sorts of things going on over there. And I'll get this stuff into the archive. And all being well, guys, I will see you next week. Thanks for watching. Spread the word. Take care.